Episode 2 of the Harem Cafe,
Hentai.
Hey,
Hentai Cafe. Piss on my dick here. And I'm gonna get my co-hosts to introduce themselves, starting with Mo Kelly.
What's up? It's Mo Lester here.
Also
anyone
known
of
as
you gonna
Mo
go?
Lester.
Z-Man.
Oh, okay. Hello there. I'm Zach, bro. You know?
Yo, it's your boy. I'm 20% Syrian. Just thought I'd mention that.
What's your name,
Also,
though?
also self-proclaimed LGBTQ plus activist. My name's Ryan.
What's your name?
Right, this is a swimming
literally
start.
just said-
Oh, it's joking.
All right, so is Fullmetal Alchemist fucking overrated? Because this shit gets so much damn love from everyone in the anime community, and it's number
But it's
one on my
just-
anime list. I'm not saying my anime list is a fucking indicator for what makes a great anime, but it's praised universally. But does it deserve it?
Personally, I don't think so. I've watched
Why is
quite a
that?
bit of animes, and I don't see Full Metal in my top 15, even though I did thoroughly enjoy it and it was a great starter anime for me. I think once I started watching more animes, I just got more enjoyment out of other shows that I watched, and so I just kicked Full Metal further and further down the list.
Mm. That's you, Abdi. How you feel? How you feel about Fullmetal? Also, we're talking about Brotherhood, not OG.
Oh yeah,
None of us have watched OG.
we're not gonna talk about the Abomination. That is the first one, but I'm
It's gonna trigger a lot of people, Abdi, aka two
Is it
people.
an abomination, though?
Definitely.
It had a
Five
better
people.
backstory than the Brotherhood.
I mean, maybe.
Uh,
I've heard it has. I've heard like early on in the show, it has like better like character work and stuff. Like it focuses more on the characters and like the dialogue and stuff. So it's less like shonen-y, I guess.
Right.
Which I can appreciate, but then there's that weird ass ending. Like
right.
just
That's
hearing
true.
about it, like what the fuck. But
Initially, I started watching the OG Full Metal before I watched Brotherhood, and I watched about, I'd say, 9 episodes, maybe 7 episodes of the show, and I got a little bit tired of it. But I heard a lot of praise for the show, so I decided to watch Brotherhood instead. And Brotherhood, in my opinion, did a lot better job than the original, because there is a scene it took 9 episodes to get to one specific scene in the OG. When I watched Brotherhood, I think the scene happened within 2, maybe 3 episodes, so it was a
Yeah.
lot better paced.
yeah, I've also heard that as well. Like shit just
Right.
takes a lot longer to happen in the OG.
Yeah,
Zach, how you feel about Full Metal? I'm pretty sure you love Full Metal, right?
I watched like 10 episodes of it, 11 episodes. Like, I didn't drop
Not
it.
Brotherhood. Like
Oh, Brotherhood, I love Brotherhood. It's like my number 9 anime. But
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie to you, I watched like 10 episodes of the OG Full Metal, and like it does some stuff better than Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. Now, spoiler alert, skip like a minute further if you're not like watching Brotherhood or you plan on watching it. But like in Brotherhood, when like Nina dies, right?
Mm-hmm.
Her death, it was dark because like the concept of her dad telling her out was dark as fuck, and like people felt sad because like her dad did that, right? But like
Also because she was a fucking monster, basically. It was just very unsettling. Her design as a chimera.
exactly. But like in the OG Full Metal, they actually flesh out like the bond between her and the Elric brothers. It wasn't just like, oh, we're reading books.
Yeah.
Like they actually like focus on their bond, and like they show more of Nina. You know what I'm saying? So like when her death hit, like it was just something else. Same with like the Elric brothers' moms. I mean their mom, not moms. Like
Get the
Multiple.
lesbian moms.
bro.
Two moms.
We better see the
Hashtag
animated.
2 moms.
I swear, we better see the animated, bro. You know, if that ever exists in fan fiction or something. But yeah,
Word.
It exists somewhere, I'm sure.
Somewhere.
I'm gonna say
Gender
Yeah,
bend
somewhere.
Van
well, that
Hohenheim.
kind of supports what I was saying about like the OG having more character work than Brotherhood, but I still think Brotherhood seems better. Can't say it with 100% certainty, but just from what I know of OG, it's kind of
Yeah, you're
hard.
right. I feel like if what's it called again? Like if OG Fullmetal Alchemist followed the story to the end and like didn't stray off the manga and the original source material, I feel like it would have been like such an amazing retro anime. Like
Yeah,
you know,
Right.
yeah. I
Yeah.
think like my opinions on Brotherhood is actually not that it's overrated. Like I wouldn't put it number one or even top 10 for myself. However, I don't think it's overrated because I think it does so many things well, and it's just a really great starter anime that you like can't go wrong with it. So
Right.
like I think it deserves its praise because of that. Not because it's some fucking spectacular, like super unique show that no one's ever seen before. It does have a lot of unique ideas, but I think it's an overall consistent show. There's really no like downsides to it that I can think of. Like the story
Right.
was great, the characters were really good,
first episode.
the fights were great. You know, it just it had a good ending. You know, and like I can't I can't think of like much better shows to start off watching anime with, and I think that's why a lot of people start off with it. I think it's something I'd always recommend to people that are getting into anime. What about you, Abdi? You haven't said too much.
um, honestly, all you guys really hit my opinion on it on the nail. I think that's how the saying goes. But
Nail in
Full
the coffin.
Metal,
Actually, no,
uh,
that's not it.
Full Metal, I think is a great show, and I can understand the reason for its popularity. You know, as you referenced my anime list, you said it's the highest, right? And
Mhm.
just from personal experiences, most anime fans that I've watched to have, they've watched it and they think pretty highly of it. And I think the show is personally just okay. It does everything fine. I like off the top of my head, I can't think of anything glaringly bad about the show.
Right.
Yeah, as Ryan mentioned before, right? Somebody came to me and they're like, "I want to get into anime. What do I watch?" Full Metal would be, one of the shows that I recommend because it, it it's simple enough in its story, I guess, that it's easy to kind of pull people in, and not a lot of thought goes into it initially. As they slowly start progressing into the show, they get into they get like they start enjoying it far more. Things start getting a little bit more complicated instead of just like right from the get go. It's what the hell's going on, right?
Right.
Yeah,
So I feel like that generally, it's maybe part of the appeal as to why a lot of people like it. Uh, and personally, where I have it, I think it's probably somewhere in my top 15 or top 20. Again, pretty good show, but not a
What do you rate it?
absolute. Uh, out of 10. Oh god.
I still give it a 10 out of 10 in my opinion. Like I still give that show a 10 out of 10 any day of the week, like with my eyes closed. But like the way the fans are like
7.
7, damn.
Mhm. I give it an 8.5. Um, I agreed with a lot of what Abdi said. And another thing for me is a lot of the shows that are in my top 5 or even top 10 are extremely memorable to me. Like, I can recall anything from the show in an instant, and it's usually
Oh,
in a topic of discussion with like a lot of my friends. So, like, for Full Metal Alchemist, I don't remember when I've actually had like a full blown conversation with any of my friends
yeah,
about
true.
Full Metal Alchemist. And to be honest, I'm also starting to forget a lot of the content in the show, and
Hmm.
I'm gonna have to rewatch it eventually. So, and it's also another thing, we've talked about this before, like a couple of days ago, but for the shows that I really do enjoy, I will always find myself like rewatching scenes from the show. So
100%.
exactly. So like I'll be rewatching scenes from like One Piece, Attack on Titan, and whatnot, like over and over again. But like I just don't ever find myself really that curious to watch people's reactions to scenes or just seeing the scenes again for another time. So
Mhm.
that's one thing that also takes it away from my top 10.
Yeah, I think it had a lot of cool stuff, and I really got hooked in by like just kind of how dark the first few episodes were, but and I think there was a lot of super good, memorable characters. I think the characters are great, but I don't remember much about the actual plot itself,
Right.
beyond just their goal and stuff and how it ended. Pretty much everything between like the first few episodes and the last few, I can't recall much of. Um, I can remember the characters, just not really the context. Uh, and maybe that's because it's been too damn long since I actually watched it, and that could be making some of our views biased because I think none of us have watched it that recently.
Right.
But that's I also give it an 8.5. No, you know,
Yeah.
it's really good. It deserves a good rating for sure. It has,
Yeah.
like I said,
Like,
there's almost nothing bad I can say about it. It just doesn't stand out as much as the ones above it. That's
exactly.
pretty much it. I can't put it any other way.
Right. Like it might be biased on our end just to say that because like we haven't watched it in a long time. But
Mhm.
like I can like not watch like two arcs from One Piece. I could skip over two arcs from One Piece, but I will still remember every damn detail prior because it's always in the topic of conversation.
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, I know what you mean.
Let's see,
That being said, we talk about One Piece a lot.
bro.
So
To be
that
honest,
one's
Favorite topic?
yeah.
to be honest, what's it called again? Me personally, I give Fullmetal Alchemist a 10 out of 10. Not because, oh, it's this like philosophical masterpiece. Oh, look at the character journey. It's not that. To be honest, like the way I rate anime is how impactful it was to me. Like how emotional was I? How
Mhm.
emotionally invested was I when I was watching the show? And to be honest, there was like a lot of moments like throughout Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood that like I just like after the episode I would just like take like 3 hour breaks, like 5 hour breaks, just thinking
Yeah,
about what I watched. You know what I'm
shoot.
saying? Like the
Mm.
Nina episode. Then you have the Hughes. You remember the Sergeant Hughes? Was that his name?
Yeah, that was his name.
Lieutenant,
Yeah,
yeah.
Yeah, like that
Maze
episode with the
Hughes.
phone call.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
that phone booth episode, bro. Like that shit, like had
oh
me
yeah, that
shook.
one got me too. I'm not gonna lie.
Like there's a lot of moments like the show just had me at the edge of my seat, and
And
like
the
just like that thrilling excitement like I got from the show, just it's enough for me to give it a 10 out of 10. On top of that, it has like an amazing story. So like personally,
yeah,
I would give it a 10.
the OST
I
was
like
really good too.
I
Yeah,
Oh
like
yeah.
how Zach said skip a minute ahead to get rid of spoilers, and here we are like 10 minutes later.
Um, but I think we can all agree in regards to Full Metal. Whether you give it a 7, shout out to Abdi. 8.5,
Seven point
shout out
five.
to me and Mo. Or a
Mhm.
10, shout out to Zach. Uh, the fucking opening slap. Goddamn, all
Oh yeah.
five of them are so good.
Yeah, without a doubt. Opening one it hits. Opening two and three, I definitely feel like are underrated. I'm glad the last episode played opening two as it played like all the credits and stuff. Four, I
Mhm.
couldn't care less about, and five is also pretty damn great.
1 and 5 are two of my favorite openings of all time.
4 is
And 2, 3,
forgettable.
4 are all pretty good too.
I don't even remember four. How did is four the one that goes?
Mm,
Was that number four?
I forgot. I did not know what you're saying, bro.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna lie to you. You got me lost.
I remember random Full Metal openings, but I don't remember which number each of them are. For me, like 2, 3, and 4, they're just kind of all mixed. I can't
3
remember
is
which
golden
one's
time.
which.
2 is what's it called again?
Three is golden time.
Some
Yeah, 3 is golden
yeah.
time.
Okay, that's
Two
not
is
the one I was thinking
something
about.
Nico touches the wall.
2 is Nico touches the wall.
Okay,
And
yeah, I
5
didn't
is
remember.
Amewa.
Yeah, we know 5.
Yeah,
I just
I don't
wanted to
remember
say
Courtesy,
that.
one
courtesy to a good friend of ours.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I love that song. But I
Oh
mean,
man.
yeah, the opening slap. We don't got to talk about that because Everyone knows that. And if you disagree, you're wrong.
You're
Well,
just dead wrong.
Especially if you think 1 or 5 is bad.
Yeah, if you think
Get
1
the
or
fuck
5 is
off.
bad, you gotta reconsider your taste in music. Like,
Mhm.
I don't know, man. Like, I don't think I've met anybody who said that number 1 or 5 was a bad opening.
Not
Now
gonna
we're
lie.
just attacking people now.
Not gonna lie. What's it called again? Not 1 and 5. It's not about 1 and 5. But what's fuck, bro. Ending 4. Ending 4 is like the best ending in the show.
I'm not gonna hold you. As
I
much
don't
as I don't
remember
remember
that
some of the
ending.
I do
openings,
Remember the
not.
one with
I
like the
do
tunnel?
not
Remember the one
remember
with
the
the tunnel?
endings.
If I can't remember the fucking plot of like a single arc, I cannot.
Yeah, Zach. Zach, at that
Yeah.
point, I was hitting next episode. I'm not gonna hold you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. I never watch any of the endings for Full Metal. Or most animes that I've watched.
Yeah, but shout out to all the people out there that love Full Metal because it's definitely a good show, and none of us
Definitely.
call it bad. I should probably
Put your friends
rewatch it.
on.
I always appreciate shows more
I should
on
probably
it.
rewatch it as well. I'm running out of shows
Guys,
to watch,
no.
even though I
I
got like
won't,
over
but
100 on the plan to watch.
I pretend like I will.
All right,
Did you know?
we should probably move on from Full Metal now.
No, before you move on, did you know that what's it called again? Gintama 2015 was number
Yeah.
1 on my anime list. But the Fullmetal Alchemist then started spamming 1 on the website to get Fullmetal Alchemist back to number 1 spot.
Bro, that's shady business right there.
That is shady business. But yo,
Okay. Sorry, go ahead. Al.
did the writer of Full Metal make anything else afterwards? Because I don't remember much about them. Have they made any other mangas that are popular, or is it just like they kind of just disappeared after that?
That's a great question.
It's a she who made the manga, and I don't think it's
she.
a.
I bet.
I don't think it's a. I don't think it's like 2 people working on it. I think she was working on it by herself.
Right, but did she make something else?
Let me check right now. Ooh, okay, never mind.
Let's see here.
Works. So she made Full Metal, obviously. Yeah.
Right.
What else did she make? She made something called Stray Dog Raiden 18. She made a lot of stuff. She has this manga called Silver Spoon that was going on from 2011 to 2019.
Oh, dang.
Yeah.
Name sounds familiar. Silver Spoon. Nonetheless.
Yeah. Just to kind of close off with the Full Metal stuff. Something that I should probably appreciate a bit more that I was just thinking about is I really did like actually how they did the ending of Brotherhood, which is the canon ending, right?
Right.
Because it kind of turns the whole idea on its back of like the equivalent exchange, right? I kind of like the message behind it. It's a little cheesy, but I like it. You know, the whole like
Yeah.
equivalent exchange isn't about giving equal. It's about giving more. You know, I kind of liked that whole like idea at the end. That felt kind of cool. You know, and I
It
just like
was,
the whole ending climax in general. It was pretty
Agreed.
good.
That was
Yeah.
It was a very satisfying
Likewise.
ending,
Yeah.
and like you said, it's a cheesy idea, but with a great spin to it. Like,
Yeah.
obviously, if it was like done like other ways that didn't have to like involve alchemy, it would be like just a little bit cheesier. But because like they had to tie it back to alchemy,
Because the
is what
whole
made it
world
better.
was built around this.
Exactly.
It made sense.
Yeah.
And I really liked that approach.
Just watching dub or sub.
I watched dub the first time I watched. The dub was really good.
Yeah,
I love the
I watched
dub.
the dub as
Dub's
well.
so good.
I'm the only person here who has watched the sub.
I think
Like-
like I watched it mostly dub because back then I would only watch dub. But I feel like if I was to pick it up now, I'd probably watch it sub, just because
Yeah, if any of you guys out there plan on watching it, dub is good. So if you like dubs, if you like good dubs, I can assure you that the Full Metal dub is pretty damn good. I had
Likewise.
problems with it. Yeah.
Remember the scene where Alphonse or Edward was getting Alphonse from the void, right? That
Yep.
scene in dub was amazing. That was like emotional as fucking dub, bro. Like the voice acting was on point. Shout out to
Where like
like
he had to
Vic.
open the gate, and then like it was a skinny version of him.
Right.
What's it called again? Yeah,
The
yeah.
truth.
Like Vic
The truth.
McCogna. I think that's his name. Vic McCogna, the guy who voices Edward Elric. He snapped on that. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Like
True.
the guy went off.
Yeah, true. Edward's voice actor is really good, and any of like the moments where he was like monologuing in his head or anything, or being real retrospective and shit, and fucking getting all deep and philosophical as he stares out of a train window. I swear that shit happened like 10 times. Those are always really good. I love the way the voice actor like delivered every single line pretty much. They're always really good. And same
You
thing
know,
goes with all the other voice actors pretty much too. What's up, Abdi?
Vic McNaughton is a pretty great voice actor.
Who's that?
The dude
That's
who
Edward's
voiced
voice actor, right?
Edward.
Hmm.
Like
Is there
he
anything
played.
else that he played?
Broly.
Oh yeah, Broly, Super or S, or they're just both.
I think he played Super Dragon Ball Super Broly, and he played the OG Broly. I'm pretty sure. And like the guy, the
Hmm.
song in Dragon Ball, the song in Dragon Ball Kai, don't stop, we're
Ah,
running. He
classic.
sung that,
Top
and
five.
he sung the One Piece opening for the dub opening for We Are. Like he's done a lot.
Oh,
Yeah.
really? Crazy.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
I didn't know that was a McNaughton either.
I like that dub. Some people think it's not that good, but I like it. You know.
Is that a confirmed fact, though, Zach? Because earlier you were telling
Oh
us
no,
Oh
I'm
yeah,
actually
that.
serious.
yeah,
I'm
Zach.
actually serious. Yeah, you could search this
Earlier
up.
you were
Like
telling us that
I
what
need a
was the
source.
opening?
oh,
What opening was it?
opening for Bon Voyage, like I was lying there. I was lying there.
Yeah,
Opening for
yeah,
Bon Voyage was not sung by Luffy. That was my fault. I
yeah.
misinformed myself. But this one, opening one, We Are Funimation dub. It is by Vic McNaught. Vic Mig. His name is hard to pronounce. I'm gonna call him Vic.
Vic, sure.
Victor.
But all right, I'm glad that you came with the facts this time.
Yes. Okay, speaking facts, bro.
Speaking
I'm
of facts.
happy.
Did he voice anybody in One
Sung
Piece dub?
by Vic McNagna. Yeah. However the fuck you pronounce it.
Did he voice anybody in One Piece?
I don't know.
Yeah, 'cause I can't imagine they just got him in for the opening, right?
Right.
I'm looking right now. It seems like he voiced Sabo.
one.
Sabo in the dub.
Oh yeah, that is true. Sabo's voice actor is Sabo sounds exactly like Edward in the dub. I gotta forget that.
I've never watched the One Piece dub up until that point, so I wouldn't have known.
Bro, the One Piece dub is like, oh, like that. It hurts my heart.
It's
Yeah,
fucking-
it hurts all of our hearts.
yeah.
I
it
appreciate
could've
the effort, but shout out to all the voice actors involved. I know they don't got an easy job and shit, but like, I really
Luffy's
don't like
voice.
Luffy's voice. Luffy's is so irritating to me. I can't watch it.
Right.
The rest are passable, but Luffy's is just.
No, Sanji's dub voice is horrendous, bro. It actually made me cringe, bro.
Can we
Okay,
agree
as
that the
much-
best? Sorry, go ahead, Abby.
Sorry. As much as we can sit here and shit on the Funimation dub,
For kids, though.
oh my god.
Yeah.
4 kids. Congratulations.
Don't
We're
stop.
fucking
Don't
dubbing the world.
But like that one has an excuse to be bad.
Like they were forced to, right?
I mean, like, it does, but it doesn't. Like, because the 4 kids dub, like, I could understand, like, why they would want to, like, censor some stuff, but, like, they just censored the most pointless stuff in the dub for whatever
That's
reason.
true.
Like, Abby,
Oh
give me
my
one
God.
example. Like,
Okay, if I remember correctly, don't quote me on this, but obviously like One Piece, like as time progresses, how characters like names are spelled is gonna change. Even within Funimation, they'll just change it up, like within
Yeah.
the arc, right?
Mhm.
and across other arcs it'll also change. So I believe they changed Ace, Porgus D Ace's name, to I think Trace.
Trace.
Don't. The
Uh,
reason for that is because I think like Ace is the name of a cocktail, and
Oh my
they didn't
god.
want to make any
it's
references
just
to
such a dumb
alcohol.
reason. It's like shit like
Yeah.
that. Like,
If I
Yeah.
recall, they renamed one of Zoro's attack because it had the word demon in it, or devil, something
that's
along those
just
lines.
The 4 kids or
Uh,
the Funimation?
poor kids.
But don't quote me on that one. I'm not 100% sure. On that note, I'll be right back. Just give me 1 minute.
Alright.
In the
But
four
one
kids,
thing that you can quote me on is the changing of Smoker's name to Chaser. That's
the
just
change of
great.
smoking
What's that?
into lollipops.
Really? They did that? That's so dumb.
Yes. So Sanji was actually like sucking on a lollipop, bro.
Yeah, I remember Devin telling me about that actually.
It
I'm
is
back.
so like cringy, bro. And like they changed guns to like a toilet plunger holder or something like that, bro.
Like that one, while it might be bad, the gun it can be kind of understandable.
Yeah, you can kind of get the reason because it's for kids, right? The kids watching this are like ages like 5 to like 10, 12, so
Yeah.
you can
So
kind
like
of
that one,
understand.
yeah, but like
But like
changing
the
like
Ace thing, like they wouldn't even know. It's just I don't know.
Right.
That one.
And like, obviously like a lot of times, they just kind of dug themselves into a hole with like severely affecting the future of the series
Yeah.
with the censorships that they made. Obviously, like Reverse Mountain. No, what's the whale's name?
Laboon.
No
Laboon.
Laboon. Instead, Laboon was replaced by an iceberg. And had they continued the show,
Whoop.
either they would have to like completely get rid of Brooke or just completely change who Brooke
Yeah,
is.
Brooke's
Right?
trying to find the iceberg.
Yeah.
He's trying to
Man.
reunite with the iceberg.
Broke
Did
down
they
on the
remove
Titanic, bro.
Laboon for having scars on his head?
What?
That and like just the general idea of self harm, because you know how like Laboon would just
Oh, like ram his head
have
into the
Yeah.
red wall.
Yeah.
Right.
Mhm.
But like, dang, you didn't have to remove the entire whale.
Right.
Yeah, that one was a little ridiculous.
Yeah,
They could have just got rid of the things on his head.
true. And I don't think that would have been too hard.
It probably would have been easier than making an iceberg.
Yeah.
um, I don't know. The Four Kids dub is kind of just a meme at this point. I
Mhm.
think for anyone in the One Piece community or just the anime community in general. But it's kind of funny to see what One Piece's roots were for a lot of people in the Western world.
Right.
Because that, like, I actually, like, I never watched it, not once. But
Hmm.
I remember when I was first told about One Piece, like, 5 years ago or so, like, when I first heard of its existence, it was like deja vu, like, because I used to watch Four Kids, shit on Four Kids. So I swear to God, I saw that shit as a kid, like just there, like a commercial or something, because it just seemed so familiar,
Yeah.
But I'm not, like, I never actually watched it though.
What was the first clip you watched of One Piece? Like before you actually started watching the show?
It was um, it was a clip where they put "You Say Run" over um, Luffy versus the Three Admirals Marineford when he did that. It wasn't really against them, but they were like, it's when he took out the Giganto thing. What was it? Giganto pistol axe.
I think. Yeah.
Yeah, and he was like on it running to Ace,
Yeah.
like he was 10 episodes prior, and yeah, I remember seeing that, but I completely forgot about it until I got back to that scene, like actually watching the show. So that was the first scene I saw. What about you guys?
I think so. Like years before I started watching One Piece, my brother kind of was, like started watching it. And, as he would just watch it, I'd just kind of be around him. So if I like really had to think about it, I think it was also something to do with Marineford. Just I don't remember what exact scene, but I can remember vividly like just the look and everything of like the landscape and all the ice on the
Yeah,
ground from
Mm.
Aokiji as a
yeah,
kid.
Yep.
yeah. That also gave me like the deja vu as well, seeing the landscape. What about you, Mo?
Me,
What was the first thing you saw?
I
Yeah.
first picked up One Piece not from seeing like a clip from the anime. I first got into One Piece, I think in grade six, because during grade six we had like a little spare time during our English class, and our teacher would let us go to the library to pick up books. And so I went to
Yo,
the manga section because we had a manga section in our elementary school, and there was the One Piece book for Amazon Lily. Like
Mo
I
found the
don't,
One Piece. Let's go.
I found the One Piece. So fucking, I was like, yo, a lot of girls in here. Let me
yo,
pick this up real
I
quick.
wish.
So took that one.
Let me just put this under my jacket real
Exactly.
quick.
Let me pick this one
Ain't
up.
shit changed.
So like, ain't shit change
It
exactly.
should change.
I'm the same motherfucker since like fucking grade six. But yeah, I picked that one up, and while I don't remember like the contents until I actually started watching One Piece, the most memorable one like that like stuck with me is in grade 9 when I also did the same thing. Picked up a random manga volume, which was for Thriller Bark, and that's what
Oh, yeah, I
actually
was there
like
for that.
yeah, exactly. You were right beside me when I picked up Thriller Bark. So I picked up Thriller Bark, and I thought the premise was very interesting and the characters were cool. And that's when I decided, all right, it's time for me to watch One Piece.
Yeah.
It's interesting, bro.
What
What
about you,
about
Zach?
you, Zach?
Me, me, there's two instances I remember. One is in 2000 and like around 2016, and the second one is in like around 2012. So let me start like with the second one, 2012. I was in Africa. We had satellite TV,
Yeah.
and I was on this channel called Space Tune. If you're
Mhm.
Arab, you probably know it. But what's it called again? So like One Piece, it was an Arabic dub, by the way, was playing,
Oh
and
boy.
like I don't remember anything. I just remember seeing someone that looks like Don Krieg. So I think it was like Don Krieg versus Luffy. But like
Okay.
I did not even know it was One Piece. It's like those deja vu moments. Like when I got to Don
Yeah.
Krieg, I was like, I remember seeing that before, right?
Yeah.
But like when I actually was planning, like was actually interested in starting One Piece in around 2016. I didn't even start it 2 years until like 2 years after in 2018. But like in 2016, I was interested in watching One Piece. So like I go on YouTube and like I look at my like homepage because there was a lot of anime there, and like the first clip I seen was Rebecca asks Luffy to do whatever he wants to her, and like it's just a
Oh
video.
boy.
So it was literally a video of Rebecca on
Oh
top of
my
Luffy
god.
saying, "Do whatever you want," and I was like,
I'm
"I'm not
sold.
gonna start this show. I'm not gonna
So
start this show." I was like, "I'm not gonna start this show, bro. It's an etchy." I thought One Piece was like a, you know, like a hype show.
Wow, you weren't completely wrong. It almost is a fucking etchy at this point.
I swear,
almost. Man,
bro. With
that
Nami
last
and
episode just backs that up.
Yeah, for real.
with Nami and fucking Robin, bro. They're just fucking
In
fan
the
service, bro.
bathhouse in Wano. That's the episode
Yeah,
we're talking about. If
if
anybody's
anyone's
curious.
caught up, y'all know what we're talking about.
Y'all know the
A lot.
Plot.
The plot.
Yeah, we should probably wrap it up
We've
there.
I did last
yeah.
episode.
And,
No.
you know.
Yeah.
I know, so I'm gonna wrap it
Alrighty.
up right now. Let me wrap it
Ah,
up, bro.
good chat, good chat.
Great
Okay, look
chat
at,
here today.
Pass it
alright,
over to
bro.
Zach.
Peep this. This is what you all gonna do right now. Y'all gonna
Alright.
like the video. And when you like the video, y'all gonna go in the link in the bio. It's gonna be loganpaul.com.
Get out of here, bro.
You're ruining the ending.
You're ruining the ending. Can't trust
Please
this
don't,
man to do the
please
ending
don't sue
ever
me.
again,
Please
bro.
don't sue me. Please don't sue me. Well, imagine Logan Paul actually watches this video.
Getting
You
that
know,
Maverick merch. Yo.
Oh god. Why would you end
We
it
are
like
done.
I'm sorry, but yeah, you know, just for real though, like the video. You know, if we get to 10 likes, we're gonna drop another video in half a
Watch
week.
One Piece.
Like nigga.
that? Watch
Definitely
One
watch
Oh
One
Piece.
wait, I said the N
Piece.
word. I'm sorry, but I'm black. It's all good.
Hit
But
all,
wait,
hit all the links in the bio for all of us. That's all I got to say.
All
watch
right.
One Piece,
Yeah, watch One Piece definitely.
and
Watch
also
One
watch
Piece.
Fullmetal Alchemist
Not
Brotherhood. We
the
don't hate
dub.
that show.
Not the
Not the
dub.
dub.
We don't hate the show. Just let's confirm that we don't hate Fullmetal Alchemist
Yes.
Brotherhood.
We do not hate Full Metal Alchemist.
Great
Great
show.
show.
Yes.
Fantastic, bro.
Fantastic. 10 out of 10. Peak fiction.